Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a silver stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 22nd day of September 2022, that's a lot of twos. I'd like to take you over to APMEX so we can check out those spot prices. Before that, though, I'm going to welcome you over to Good Morning to You at Tiny Numismatics, number 239, moving in on 250. Now let's look at these spot prices. I'm going to hit reload. Looks like gold is at 16.80.90, up 340. Okay, silver up 16 cents to 19.89. And I'm going to compare and contrast these from yesterday's numbers before the Fed increased the rate by 75 basis points. Now, looks like platinum is down $9.80 to 924.20, and palladium is up $29 to 21.85.50. Now here we go, 1680 and 1989. So 1681 and 1989. So 19 cents there and $1 there. 953 here and 22.21 there. 929 and yeah, so these are clearly lower. This one's a little bit higher and this one's $1 lower. So it's kind of amazing actually. And does this suggest that with all that resistance and headwinds from the Federal Reserve rate hike, I almost tried to make one word out of all of that, could that possibly mean that all that resistance and headwind, that these are at a bottom and being strong now? I don't know, but that's really interesting. Definitely a counterintuitive moment yesterday. Now let's head over here to coinworld.com. There's an article by Paul Gilks dated September 21st, 2022. Title of the article is Silver Bullion Coin Pricing Chart Updated. And this is kind of a big deal. It really is. I mean, look at that beautiful thing. That's Emily Domstra's design right there. That eagle, it's a beautiful thing. I really think it's an homage to the Kennedy or the Ike dollar, but that's just me. It says here, the formula used by CoinWorld to calculate pricing for silver bullion products in its weekly precious metals and bullion coins pricing chart found weekly in the print and digital issue of the CoinWorld is now updated to reflect recent premiums being paid for the American Eagle 1 ounce 3/9 fine silver bullion dollar coins. Isn't that interesting? And we were just talking about the Mint having a pricing grid for the silver products that they sell. Isn't that interesting? Now, they say their spreadsheet has been off for a while as regards American Eagle silver bullion coin premiums. According to Coin World Manager Editor William T. Gibbs, September 15th, we had them at $4.80 above the spot price of silver. Yikes. But the premiums are currently at around $14.90, and I'm sure you could find ones that are higher and lower than that. Probably not too much lower, but I think that's a reasonable guesstimation. Is about $15. Now I checked prices for single coins at 4 prominent dealers. An average amount was silver at $19.37 an ounce. Single coins were being offered at an average of $34.26. And, I mean, like I said, you can probably find ones more expensive than that as well. But for the sake of argument, that's reasonable. Now, Michael Fulgens from Universal Coin and Bullion in Beaumont, Texas notes, okay, this is going to get to the next article, and this is a really big deal, folks. By law, all blanks planchets, which are created to the same size and specification, are to be used for the sale of American silver eagles to meet public demand and not to produce any other non-mandated metals or products. That demand to meet the issuance of American silver eagles is not being fulfilled, is what he's saying. Now, the authorized purchasers have increased their premiums on silver bullion allocations from the Mint by several 100% to dealers. Now, check this out. I highlighted it. Must mean it's important. Rightly claiming they don't have enough coins to meet public demand. Absolutely. And I'm hearing that you have to, if you are one of these folks who are making an order, you're 30, 60, 90 days out maybe from the Mint even getting back to you. So if that's the case, and we're already here in late September, if you put an order in now for some silver American Eagles, are you going to be getting 2022 American Eagles, 2023 American Eagles come January? Yeah, I mean, we don't even know. Lots of questions. The authorized purchasers are paying about $3 over spot. That's not that bad, but they're, I mean, look at this. I'll just finish the sentence and then I'll compare and contrast. They're paying $3 over spot prices to the U.S. Mint, but they are charging dealers who sell to the public about $12 over spot. Yeah, 4 times as much. That's kind of a lot. Now, let's head over here to benzinga.com. And we remember this particular article. Congressman criticizes U.S. Mint's management of Silver American Eagle program, demands answers. And this was Representative Alex Mooney out of West Virginia, called out U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and U.S. Mint Director Ventress C. Gibson for the long-running production slowdown in the Silver American Eagle bullion coin program that has caused shortages and dramatically higher market prices for this iconic silver coin as compared to its peers worldwide. And that is absolutely true that it is more expensive and has higher premiums than the peers do worldwide. Absolutely. Let's go to the other ones here that are highlighted here. But as Mooney pointed out, U.S. Mint has only made 11.6 million ounces of the silver bullion coin available to the public through July 2022, barely half of what has been supplied through the first 7 months of prior years when demand has been similarly strong. And like I said in that other video that I had done probably about a week ago now, the mint has capped some months at 850,000. Now, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, they've updated it to not 850,000, but I believe it is 833,000. And I thought that was really interesting considering there was only like 10 days of the month left. So they could add to that, or that could just be it. We don't know. Now, it says the shortage in U.S. mint production has apparently led to extremely high market-based premiums. Apparently, premiums on silver eagles as high as 70% over the silver melt value. And I've seen it almost, we were like 90%, 95% at some point. Even as comparable items produced by other sovereign mints and private mints were not beset by shortages or historically high premiums, Mooney wrote. And I wanted to see here. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else. Now, one thing, this article kind of caught my eye is it says here, you know, I'm going to read this part too. Most gold and silver bullion forms do not carry much markup, also known as premium, over the actual market value of the metal itself, thereby enabling investors to acquire more precious metal for each dollar they invest. Absolutely, maximizing your investment, no doubt. Now, however, this has not been the case with the American Silver Eagle since 2020, causing it to become known in some circles as the most overrated silver coin in the world. I had to click that. It was just too good to be true. Not. Is it really the most overrated silver coin in the world? This is from August 17, 2022 by Stephen Gleason from Money Metals News Service. Now, let me know what you think in the comments below about this article. I thought it was really interesting. He says here, even as silver prices have begun to rally off their lows for the year, the white metal remains one of the best bargains in the investment universe. Few other assets are as cheap on a historical basis as silver is today. It's an opportune time for investors to favor precious metals over financial assets and to favor silver over gold. I would agree with that. That seems reasonable. The gold-silver ratio currently comes in at 89-1, meaning an ounce of gold costs 89 times as much as an ounce of silver. As recently as 2011, the gold-silver ratio got down to 30-1 when silver prices spiked higher. Further, in the past, the ratio has often been even narrower. Could you imagine? We're at 89-1. What happens if it goes 30-1? Does that mean silver goes up or gold comes down or a little bit of both? Silver at current levels represent a fantastic value proposition. That said, not all silver products available to investors are screaming buys. In fact, some are overpriced, especially one bullion coin that remains shockingly popular despite the exceptionally poor value it has offered since 2020. There you go. The Silver Eagle coin is the worst value in its 36-year history. I think that's a really bold statement. Let's find out what they're saying here. For starters, silver stackers should be especially wary of coins touted as rare by numismatic peddlers. Such products command hefty premiums over spot prices, carry huge bid-ask spreads, and often aren't even particularly rare or collectible. But bullion and silver American Eagle coins produced by the United States Mint aren't rare or necessarily collectible, so why are they now selling roughly 70% over the silver melt value? Now, ever since the lockdowns of 2020, the U.S. Mint has consistently failed to produce enough silver coins to keep up with demand. Mint officials blame supply chain disruptions and shortages of silver blanks that are ultimately minted into coins. Now, what does that do if there's not enough silver coins to meet demand, right? The price goes up, the premium goes up. That's supply and demand. That's capitalism. But does that make them more rare? No, I don't know about that. Now, it says here you got other mints, including sovereign mints around the world, haven't had such persistent problems with sourcing blanks or meeting production goals, not even close. Privately run mints in particular have quickly adapted to changing market conditions and are supplying the bullion market with plenty of rounds and bars to help make up for the shortages of eagles. All you have to do is look at the buffalo rounds. I think they're like $24, $25 an ounce. And are they really buffalo? Or they could be buffalo. They could be bison. I don't even know. It's always funny how, well, anyway, that's probably a subject for another video. Let me stay focused. I apologize. Now, it says here, the Silver Eagles risk becoming a symbol of government incompetence. That is not good. That would not be good at all for the reputation of the United States mints. And could this possibly damage the reputation and the prestige of the United States Mint going forward. It says here, the U.S. Mint, like other U.S. government agencies, seems to operate based on inflexible adherence to fixed standards and procedures, meaning they're really rigid, right? As a result, Mint bureaucrats are incapable or unwilling to find any creative ways of increasing production. Always operating hand-to-mouth on blanks, they pointedly refuse to build up surpluses of the blanks during periods of slower demand. Absolutely. And heaven forbid the U.S. Mint actually has extra silver sitting on the shelf. Furthermore, only the Sunshine Mint is currently supplying blanks to the U.S. Mint for its Silver Eagle Bullion program. And I have heard that there's another one supplying there, but I'm not sure if I should say anything. Now, the U.S. Mint is reportedly the U.S. Mint is reportedly difficult to work with. And as a result, few private mints in the U.S. are interested in even diverting their silver production to government purchasing managers when they are already more than swamped with private demand. Now, year to date, the U.S. Mint has only made 11.6 million ounces of silver bullion American Eagles available for sale. That's about half of what's been supplied through the first 7 months of previous years when silver bullion demand has been that strong. Yeah, that's a big deal. And we know, we've talked about this, how the Mint, people believe the Mint is violating its statutory duty to supply the market with enough of the demand and quality. Now, check this out. I thought this was like, what? Now, some investors are selling overvalued Eagles to buy other forms of silver, and this could be genius. And what do you think about this? Now, various other silver coins, rounds, and bars that contain the same 3/9 fine purity of Eagles can be purchased at a discount of up to $10 per ounce versus Eagles in many cases. Now, you're looking at probably a $4 savings-ish, maybe. Now, buying silver Eagles is now a decision to sacrifice as much as 50% of the eventual return when selling down the road. Now, you have to actually know a price when that happens, or at least to make that kind of a statement. It's unlikely the bulk of that extra $10 per ounce will be ever recovered. Yeah. Let me know what you think here, folks. I'm going to go to my plus ones here today. I don't want to talk your ear off too much. Now, this is from Alan Watson. I want to thank Sunny Gemstones for giving me this nice little nugget, this beauty. And if you do have any plus ones you'd like to have up here, go ahead and send me an email, and I'll see if I can get them up for you. This is a really cool. I like this one. This is probably my favorite out of all of the ones that I did come across. It says, this is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you're doing in the here and now, like the Be Here Now crowd, remember? Now, and instead of calling it work, realize that it's play. Because if it's that 4-letter word work instead of the other 4-letter word play, you're probably not going to have a good time and enjoy yourself. And yes, work is toiling and it can be tough. But if you turn it around and change your perspective and realize that it's play, well, you'll be able to play all day. Now over here to Coin News. What is it? 95.9. Let me see here. Whoops. Bam. 95.9. KOIN. Coin News Radio. I don't even know how to say this person's name. I want to say Roixop, Melody AM, and this is Remind Me, the radio edit. And you might remember this song if you actually listen to it. And let me know if you remember what commercial this was from. Yeah, it was from a TV commercial. Really fun song. Now, let's go to the last one here today. Bam! This is Psalm 24 or 25. I can't remember. I think this might be wrong. I think Psalm 4 is about the offerings. But either way, this is, I think, the most important part. I tried to fuse those two words again. Now, may he give you what you want, your heart desires, and fulfill your whole purpose. I love that. That's like reaching your potential. That's amazing. That's beautiful. So there it is, folks. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker. Out.